For our next segment, we return to something that we've been doing since we started this podcast. It's our NFL power rankings. And remember, these are the power rankings. We do it unlike anybody else. This isn't some committee with 13 people that sit in a room that don't care about or watch football and just arbitrarily decide because some divisions are better than others that they should be in over.
Because
No,
it makes them money.
this this is decided by three different aggregate scores. Put it in the machine. It shakes it up. Computer spits it out. These are the power rankings. So starting at the bottom of the NFL, we have the Panthers at 32, the Patriots at 31, the Jets at 30, Commanders at 29, Cardinals at 28, Giants at 27, Bears at 26, and the Titans sitting at 25. All of these teams are garbage. It is basically a race for who's going to get that first pick in the NFL draft. Jason, do the Bears get it from the Panthers, or are the Patriots just bad enough to steal that number one pick?
If anyone loses to the Panthers, they need to fire their coach and cut their whole team. So it's
Except for
going to be
D'Amico Ryans.
true. True. That was a way back in the day.
It's
They
an
were working
anomaly.
things out. That doesn't
That's when
count.
they had the Third Reich coaching, It's
From
like,
here on, if anyone loses to the Panthers, they need to cut their coach.
fair enough. Fair enough. Moving on to the next set of rankings. We got the Raiders at 24, Chargers at 23, Saints at 22, Buccaneers at 21, Falcons at 20, Rams at 19, Vikings at 18, 17 is the Bengals. Now, Jerry, you and I both have the Rams making it into the playoffs above a Seattle team that we currently have power ranked higher. What about this Rams team do you think gives them the ability to make a run down the stretch?
We just alluded to it. They have a Super Bowl winning quarterback in Matthew Stafford. He is playing lights out. I mean, I know Puka Nacua was injured, came back in. But man, if those guys can stay healthy with the way that they're playing, they look virtually unstoppable on offense. Their defense is a little suspect at times. Aaron Donald's getting a little older now. He's still playing lights out as well. He's still one of the best defensive players, if not the best defensive player of all time. But man, when you got experience at the quarterback position with Matthew Stafford, you better be ready to make a playoff run because them boys are coming.
Absolutely. Yeah, I probably should have put another team for you to talk about, considering we just did talk about the Rams. But I think that it's important to reiterate that, yeah, while we do, like, our playoffs aren't just picked on who we think are the best teams right now, it's who we think has the best chance to make it in the playoffs. And we both picked the Rams because they have that quarterback coming down the stretch, but they also have a two-game tiebreaker, two wins over the Seattle Seahawks that would, if they finish at the same record, put them in over. So that's kind
Yeah.
of what I was alluding to about, why they're sitting at 19, but we still have them in the playoffs. But yeah, 100%. I think Matthew Stafford, Aaron Donald, Cooper Kupp, Puka Nacua, those four guys right there give you a great opportunity to make a run down the
And one
stretch.
more quick point. The Seahawks kind of did this same thing last year where they got super hot at the beginning of the year, right? They started 5-2. And then they kind of falter at the end. They ended up missing the playoffs last year because they just couldn't string together wins.
Right.
If the Rams continue this streak and stay hot until the end of the year, I mean, that's the best time for a team to get hot, right? Is when you're making that playoff push. And I think the Rams are a team that can do that.
Absolutely. 100%. Moving into this kind of second tier of teams, we have the Steelers dropping all the way down to 16. Biggest movers. They stink. We hate them. No, I'm just kidding. I hate them. Nobody else in here actually hates them. But the Steelers dropped 5 spots. The Seahawks at 15, the Bills at 14, Packers at 13, Broncos at 12, Colts at 11, the Browns at 10, and the Texans at 9. The Browns here have dropped several spots over the last 2 weeks. They've dropped a total of 5 spots total. They were number 5. Now they're back at number 10. We're on our 4th quarterback this season. We don't have a starting tackle. Okay, we're on our backup right and left tackle. Nick Chubb out for the season. Amari Cooper right now in concussion protocol. DTR, backup quarterback, in concussion protocol. We're relying on the arm of Joe Flacco, who did look pretty decent last week, but who knows where that's going to go. Myles Garrett is partially injured. Denzel Ward's been out of the lineup the last few weeks. Anthony Walker has been coming in and off of the injury report for the last several weeks as well. So everyone on our team's hurt. We are still able, if you look at the season in quarters, this third quarter, we're about to enter the last quarter of the season. This third quarter, we're still 2-2. We have wins over the Ravens and the Steelers, which are great wins in the division in the AFC, but we're gonna have to really turn it around the next few weeks. We got to win 3 of the next 5, I think, to make it to the playoffs. Got a good shot of that. So Texans at 9, moving into the top 8 teams in the NFL. These are the top 8 teams, folks. Like, bar none. These are the 8. Number 8, Jacksonville. Number 7, the Cowboys. Number 6, the Lions. 5, Chiefs. Dolphins at 4. Ravens at 3. Eagles at 2. And the 49ers at 1. I think all of us unanimously put the 49ers there at number 1. But the Jaguars fell all the way back to number 8. Jason, do you think that does number 8, is that indicative of without Trevor Lawrence, they're number 8, or is that just you think there's a couple things that need to be addressed moving forward? Because I know you have them as your 2 seed.
But no, 100%. It was Trevor Lawrence
Okay.
coming out. I think I put them at 8 specifically as well.
You did.
Yeah. Okay. So I
Yeah,
put
I
them
did
at
too.
8. I mean, it was 100% because Trevor Lawrence is out for the next 2 weeks. This is more of a power ranking. So how are they going to play this week coming up? Are they going to be able to win the game? Yeah, they'll be able to win the game. But it's going to be tough. I do like our chances with Doug Peterson as our offensive mind. He's a good creator of plays and knows game flow pretty well. So I think we'll be able to put something together, but it's going to be really hard to beat that defense without our starting quarterback. So that is why they dropped to 8 for me.
And with the Niners taking that number 1 spot, clearly when you destroy our previous week's number 1 team by double-digit points in their home field, scoring 42 points on them, you take number 1, right, Jerry?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the Eagles have been in the 1 spot basically since the Niners went on that 3-game losing streak. And then the 49ers got a little bit of redemption this weekend. We alluded to it earlier. Christian McCaffrey, Deebo Samuel. I mean, when that team is fully healthy, they are just unstoppable. They are a well-oiled machine. It's kind of gross to watch, honestly. I know Brock Purdy's in the MVP conversation, and people are talking about, oh, he's only, he's throwing screen passes to Deebo Samuel, who's running for 50 yards. I don't give a damn. If that's your style of offense and that's what works, run with it. That's what Kyle Shanahan does.
Rock and roll. That's right. 49ers at number 1. These are the NFL power rankings. Don't forget about it. Any other power rankings are incorrect. These
Facts.
are the correct ones. Thanks for watching this video of the Unnamed Sports Show. Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow us on social media at Unnamed Sports S. Also, be sure to join us live Wednesdays at 7 p.m.